The spaceship Argonaut 4 hurtled through the void of space, its engines a low hum against the silence. Inside, 4 astronauts, Captain John Harris, Engineer Mark Lopez, Scientist Dr. Will Grant, and Communications Officer James Winters, watched as the stars streamed past.
Are we there yet?
John, asking every 5 minutes won't get us to Ethereal any faster.
We should be entering orbit in 3, 2, 1.
A planet appeared on the view screen, bathed in a soft lavender glow. Ethereal was unlike anything they had seen. Its surface shimmered with hues of gold and green under the light of its twin suns.
Wow, let's hope this place is as welcoming as it looks.
As the ship descended, they could see structures that looked like a cross between ancient temples and futuristic skyscrapers. The landing was smooth, and soon the team was stepping onto the soft golden ground.
So what's the plan?
First, we establish contact with the locals. Then, I need to take some samples for analysis.
No sooner had they spoken than a group of beings approached. They were feminine, with golden brown skin that shimmered and hair in various shades of lavender. Their eyes ranged from deep blue to vibrant green.
Welcome to Ethereal. I am Lysara, leader of our council.
Thank you, Lysara. I'm Captain John Harris, and these are my crewmates. We're here to explore and learn about your world.
Come, let us show you our city.
As they walked, the astronauts noticed children playing nearby, their hair either white or blonde. The adults seemed to interact only with the children, never engaging directly with each other.
This place is incredible. It's like a dream.
Yes, but I wonder how everything works here. I need to gather more data.
The next day, the team split up to explore. Will, ever the scientist, took blood samples from the willing inhabitants. His findings shocked him.
Guys, you need to see this. Their blood type is Rh negative. It's extremely rare on Earth.
What does that mean?
It means they might share a common ancestry with humans, or there's been some form of genetic manipulation.
Mark's voice crackled through.
I've been talking with some of the older children. They mentioned men being eliminated due to war and greed. It sounds like they only use men for procreation.
That's disturbing.
Later that night, they sat around their camp, discussing their findings.
So they abduct men from Earth to breed and then get rid of them?
Pretty much. We need more information, though. Maybe we can find out where they're keeping the men.
John leaned back, contemplating.
Well, we came here to learn. Let's do some reconnaissance tomorrow.
The following day, they located a facility on the outskirts of the city. Sneaking inside, they discovered stasis pods containing men in various stages of consciousness.
This is wrong. We have to do something.
Agreed. Let's capture one of these women and make her explain.
They set a trap, and soon enough they managed to corner one of the women. However, in the chaos, things went horribly wrong. An energy beam meant to subdue her misfired, hitting and fatally wounding her instead.
Oh no, what have we done?
The woman's body shimmered and vanished, leaving behind a ghostly presence. The air turned cold and whispers filled their ears.
She's haunting us.
John clenched his fists.
We need to get back to the ship and leave.
But as they ran, spectral forms blocked their path. The ghosts of countless men who had suffered the same fate now stood before them, their faces twisted in sorrow and rage.
Is this some kind of joke?
John yelled, trying to push through the phantoms.
It's not funny.
James cried, swatting at the air as if to disperse the apparitions.
We've got to keep trying.
Mark urged. But the ghosts moved closer, their whispers growing louder. A chilling voice echoed in their minds.
You cannot leave. You must understand.
The ghosts were merely holograms designed to instill confusion and fear, a tactic meticulously employed by the beings in their psychological warfare. Their sinister objective was clear: eliminate the astronauts one by one through a series of calculated, terrifying events. At first, the crew on board the isolated spacecraft couldn't comprehend the nature of the apparitions. Night after night, eerie figures floated through the corridors, whispering unintelligible words that seemed to seep into their very souls. With each encounter, the crew's fear and paranoia escalated. Sleep became a rare commodity, and their nerves were stretched to the breaking point. One astronaut, Lieutenant Grant, was the first to fall victim. As he ventured alone to inspect a malfunctioning panel, a ghostly figure appeared, causing him to lose his footing and plummet into an unshielded reactor core. His screams echoed through the ship, cementing the belief that malevolent spirits haunted them. The beings had claimed their first life. With each death that followed, the survivors grew more desperate and fragmented. Captain Harris tried to maintain order, but the strain was evident in his eyes. Engineer Lopez attempted to apply logic, insisting that the ghosts were some form of advanced technology, not supernatural entities. However, without concrete evidence, his theories did little to alleviate the mounting dread. The turning point came when Dr. Grant noticed something peculiar during one of the ghostly appearances. He detected an unusual energy signature emanating from the walls. Gathering what was left of the team, he presented his findings.
These aren't spirits. They're holograms, projections designed to manipulate us.
With renewed purpose, the crew set out to locate the source of the projections. They combed through the ship, tracing the energy signatures back to a hidden compartment deep within the vessel's infrastructure. Inside, they discovered a sophisticated array of alien technology, devices responsible for creating the spectral illusions that had tormented them. As they worked feverishly to dismantle the system, the beings launched a final, desperate assault. Holographic ghosts swarmed the compartment, their whispers turning into deafening roars. But this time, the crew was prepared. Armed with the knowledge that these apparitions were mere light and sound, they steeled themselves against the psychological onslaught. Engineer Lopez managed to disable the main projector, causing the phantoms to flicker and vanish. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, replaced by an eerie silence. The surviving astronauts, though battered and weary, had triumphed over the insidious tactics of their unseen enemies. In the aftermath, as they charted a course back to Earth, the crew reflected on their ordeal. The beings' deception had nearly succeeded, but human resilience and ingenuity had prevailed. They vowed to share their harrowing experience, ensuring that future spacefarers would be better prepared for the psychological warfare that lurked in the cosmos. Back on the Argonaut 4, Captain John Harris stood before the communication console, ready to send their report to Earth.
This is Captain Harris. We faced unimaginable horrors on Ethereal, but we learned, adapted, and overcame. Let our experience be a lesson to all.
As the message transmitted, the crew took a moment to gather their thoughts. They had survived, but the memory of those lost and the haunting beauty of Ethereal stayed with them. The universe held many secrets, both wondrous and terrifying, and the Argonaut 4's mission was just the beginning.